Hello and welcome to Math World. Today we're going to talk about multiplying and dividing integers. So integers are whole numbers, positive and negative. Now multiplying and dividing integers is actually really simple. It's easier than adding and subtracting. All we have to do is remember the rule. The math actually works exactly the same as normal. 3 times 4 is 12. Negative 3 times negative 4 also comes out to 12, but we have to look at the signs to determine the sign of the answer. Negative 3 times positive 4 also comes out to 12. 3 times negative 4 comes out to 12. The math does not change. Now, some of these are going to get a negative though, and some of them are not, according to our rule. Now, here's the rule. Same sign equals positive. That means look at the two numbers and do they have the same sign, both positive or both negative? Well, this has positive 3 and positive 4, so the answer will be positive. This one has negative 3 and negative 4. Those are the same sign, so it will also be positive. Now, how do you make it negative? Well, let's look at these ones down here. They have different signs. Different signs make it negative. That's how you make a negative answer when you're multiplying and dividing. So negative 3 and positive 4 make a negative 12. Positive 3 and negative 4 make a negative 12. Same signs, positive. Different signs, negative. And that's it. This works for division as well. If I have negative 12 divided by 3, well, let's look. Those are different signs, so my answer will be negative 4. If I have negative 12 divided by negative 3, those are same signs, so the answer will be positive 4. Same signs positive, different signs negative. If you have trouble remembering this rule, you can draw yourself an integer triangle. Draw a triangle, put a positive in one corner and a negative in each of the other corners. Now, whenever you have two numbers multiplying, look to your triangle. A positive and a positive make a negative. A negative and a positive make a negative. A negative and a negative make a positive. And of course, a positive and a positive make a positive. You just got to remember the rule. Now let's make this a little bit harder. What if we have lots of numbers, more than 2? Say we have 3 times negative 4 times negative 2. Now again, the math is exactly the same. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. But now we need to figure out whether this 24 is going to be positive or negative. When we get to more than one number, we have to count the negative signs. I see a negative sign right here and a negative sign right here. There are two negative signs here. And the rule is an even number of negative signs, an even number of negative signs will give us a positive answer. That's right. If you count 1 negative, 2 negative, our answer will be positive. So that 24 can stay right where it's at positive. Now, if we have a problem that has an odd number of negative signs, like negative 3 times negative 4 times negative 2, well, the math is the same. 3 times 4 is 12, and 12 times 2 is 24. But we now have an odd number of negative signs. Now, I'm not talking about even or odd numbers up on the board here. I'm talking about the actual number of negative signs. Count the negative signs. And how many do you see in this problem here? Well, let's count them. 1 negative sign, 2 negative signs, 3 negative signs. 3 is an odd number. We have an odd number of negative signs. An odd number of negative signs will give us a negative answer. And that's it. Do the math like normal and just count the signs. All we're doing here is counting negative signs. An even number of negative signs gives us a positive answer. An odd number of negative signs gives us a negative answer. Almost forgot the negative. This should be a negative 24 because it has an odd number of negative signs. It's that easy. Well, that's it, and I'll see you in class. Now for a word from our sponsor, Papercut Games. After that hard problem, let's try a simple game. This one is called Derby Race. This is a game actually from my childhood, and it's not really a board game. It's just a little electronic game. Basically, I'm surprised I found it on the internet too, it's so old. You have these little tiny horses, and you put them each into this little track, and everyone picks a horse. So I'll pick this yellow one here, and once they're all in there, get them all in the back and close the gate. Then you turn the game on, and it's electronic. Ready? And they're off. And then you basically try to see who gets to the end. Let's go yellow! Let's go yellow! Oh no, he's losing! Ah! Oh no, it looks like white and blue are gonna win. And, and orange is in third place. Well, that's it. Just an old game called Derby Race. I'm Mr. Bixby, and I approve of this message.